Just reminded me.
Yeah. I wonder, like, what the potato vision is going to be like on this hotel internet. Did I change it to public? I don't know. Hmm. Falling over, falling over, falling over.
Oh, that kind of streaming. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if it's really working. Oh.
Is it working?
Yeah, there it is.
Let's see my peeking.
Yeah, okay.
Stickers. Oh.
Hello from the Retreat from Moscow Road Rally. Flip it. That's better. We are in, you know, I've got this tablet. I still haven't gotten like a tablet stand.
Your pillow was working anyway. You have a pillow up there.
Oh yeah, pillow. All right.
Hello.
Hello. You know Justin Lose, the guy who has the Model T we reviewed. He also owns a 1988 Yugo GB. We've driven from Scranton, Pennsylvania, via Pittsburgh, and we're now in Lexington, Kentucky. Did we break down yet? No. Where's the, did you put it back in the car?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
I can grab it.
Yeah. You guys fix your phone? No.
Here, I'll show them.
Yeah, show them.
Bought a replacement for now. I can return it, and I can fix the other one, so it works out beautifully.
This is the gauges to a 1988 Yugo GV.
All of them.
This is everything that's in the dash. This is all your information that comes on a 1988 Yugo, contained in this. Contained in this little pod. And there's all the connectors that's on the back of it. So right now the speedometer kind of works and the odometer doesn't work. And that's important because the fuel gauge doesn't work either, and we were using the odometer to gauge how much fuel we have left. So now what we're going to do is just use the just the phone and have to just say, okay, in 100 miles, start looking for a gas station, yeah. So 110 miles an hour, no, it can't go 110.
It says it can. It really can't.
No. The Yugo GV can go, we've had it, the GPS said it can, it went up to 80. Which is that we have a 1.1 liter engine making approximately.
My mind keeps going back to 54. I could be wrong, but I mean it is older now, so it's probably making like 50 or 48 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have a receding hairline. So what happens? 3 more years, I'll be 40 years old. Made it this far. There was a super chat going by. Let me just answer it. IU don't take at least one photo squatting on the hood of the U. IU no. Come back. Come back. If you don't take at least one photo squatting on the hood of the Yugo, I will be seriously disappointed. Blech. He has one of the nicest Yugos I've ever seen out of the 3 Yugos I've ever seen. So I don't feel right sitting on his car. Or standing on his car. Maybe somebody will stand. There's one other Yugo in the rally, and as of now, they're in first place. They're waking up in like 6 hours. They're waking up at 6 in the morning, hitting almost every single one of the checkpoints. They're currently running at only 100 psi compression in each cylinder. So they also have no fuel gauge, no speedometer, no tachometer, but an aftermarket fuel gauge.
Yeah, just like my fuel gauge is broken. Theirs is broken too, but they have an aftermarket fuel gauge, which they had to actually connect off of to get their brake lights working. So fun little fixes.
Yeah.
But it is actually, what's nice about it is that they have a GVX. So they have the top of the line model, which had a larger engine actually, and was much sportier, and has a passenger side mirror. So it's special.
Yeah, we only have 2 mirrors. One in the front and one on the side, and if you're following, you can follow the adventure as it plays out. If you just go to Instagram and just follow the regular car reviews, Instagram, that's where we're documenting everything. Sorry, I've been drinking. And the entire trip as it folds out. So, and also you like the hashtag is Lemons Rally, where you can see all of the action. It's like pictures of shit cars in shit places. Like,
It's exactly that.
What was it? A picture of Dean Martin on the side of a Kroger's. Like, that was one of the places we were supposed to stop.
It's roadside America for everybody.
Burnt Coolant Productions says, "Are you going to review the Yugo?" He has first dibs if we want to review Adidas Yugo.
Adidas.
There's also another guy with a Yugo, lives out in Jersey
Yeah.
Shore. He has one too.
Yeah.
He asked me if that one. Who knows if? See, the thing about driving a Yugo across Pennsylvania is it's a pain in the dick. He did it once.
I'm proving it now. So I could do that, and you could do both. That'll be awesome.
Both 2 Yugos at one time.
His is a newer one. His is the GV Plus, so his is fuel injection.
Yo.
It's all these special editions.
Sorry, I need to get the chat back. Zydeco Town? No. Zeo down. Keo down. Take this money for more antifreeze? Take this money for more antifreeze. We will use that money and buy probably beer with it on the road, or gear oil.
Yeah,
how we doing on gear oil?
We're fine right now, but if anything, we need gear oil. The antifreeze is doing fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's keeping itself cool, and it's keeping us warm inside, so it's doing the right job.
One of the unique things about the Yugo is even if your blower motor stops, you will still have forced air into the cabin, because when you look at the front of a Yugo, you see what looks like a hood scoop. It's not a hood scoop. That's your HVAC intake. But it has a scoop on it. So as you go, it forces air past the heater core. Yeah. And right into the cabin. So it always blows. So you have it's a little piece of plastic, and that's a redundancy. I don't, or was it accidental redundancy? They had to be something. It just seems too genius.
It's just really the simplest way to design things. You looked under the hood now.
Yeah.
I love it because they should have marketed it as infinite control of heating.
Yeah.
Because you have 2 flaps. One is basically just the outside ambient air, and the other flap goes through the heater core. So you can control your heat plus your ambient air, like a recirculation, but not really.
Yeah.
And then you can control whether or not it forces your feet or forces at the windshield. And you turn on and off the vents if you want them on or off independently.
Yeah. Workforce 520 says, enjoying the trip so far? Yes, it is a little bit, it's more, I guess, anxiety ridden. because the idea we're using a car that if it breaks, there's no parts, man. There's no going to Pep Boys or anything. We were at an AutoZone just to get a. What did you say to her?
I was trying to get a backup just in case, a thermostat, and they're like NA all the way down NA. There was no, oh, you can special order this. Oh, you can get this. No, it was just not applicable.
No.
Like, all right.
Did you say I have a 1980?
Yeah. They looked it up.
Wow.
An idiot, Yugo. Every single time I go into an auto parts store, I say Yugo. And they say, who makes it? And today, the guy actually said, he went in there and typed a U. I'm like, no, it's a Y. It's at the bottom of your list, I promise you. Or you get the old guy who goes, why do you have that? So...
You are doing an amazing thing. Oh, thank you, Workforce. This is the days. It's only this is the end of day 2, and it feels like somewhere halfway through this day, it feels like we've been doing it for a week, and we're halfway done. So, who's this guy? Matt Mopar 440 says, I did Lemon's Route 66 rally in a Yugo.
Yes.
You're brave. I made it 2,000 miles before the water pump quit, and that was it.
That's already been replaced. That was replaced because I actually blew my engine when I got it, and you did the thing. I love Route 66. I love everything about Route 66. So you actually did an amazing thing for me because I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And the water pump's been replaced. The head's been, I rebuilt the entire head. The carburetor's actually apparently from an early 80s Ford Escort for a 1.6 liter, but it's the same 32, 34 carb that you have on yours if it was a carb model. And so, I mean, a lot of the actual drivetrain is fine. And that is the most important thing right now for us.
The car moves pretty good. I get worried. I've been worried so far when I hear the engine get up to the, Cessna 172 level of ambient noise. I'm like leaning over, looking at it, and to see if the needle is pointing at an indicated 70, which really means 65. That's about the limit of what it's comfortable doing. See, I don't know. I'm anxious about this poor little engine that's 1,100 cc's, and there's 2 of us in it and all our gear. But when I went and rode in Ivan's Mercedes, he was faster without me in it. Austin Griffith doesn't have a question, but thank you for the $1. Thank you, sir. Matt Mopar 440 says, how bad does the transmission leak gear lube?
I didn't think it did so badly until I got it to his place, and I was like, oh, it feels like and sounds like a dog box. I think it needs oil. And that's why we got the gear oil, and it's doing great now. The best part about it was that when we woke up today, it was so blisteringly cold. I got in, grabbed the shift lever, and it felt like a more modern transmission because I couldn't get it into gear. Like I couldn't move it at all. Like it was no slop. But then I just couldn't get it into gear, so it was because it was so heavy. But no, I have now never run into somebody who hasn't had gear leaking issues. Every other person I've talked to is like, yeah, we have to keep adding oil to it. So
Riot Punch, thank you for your donation, sir, ma'am, they, and friends beyond the binary. Good luck on the rally, you magnificent bastards. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, dude, guy, dude, bro. What time is it? My watch.
12:32.
12:32. We can keep this going for a little while longer. I can give you a tour of our fabulous hotel. Let's see. Switch this over. Okay. I'll bet you like Primus. Yeah, I love the big brown beaver. Hey, you ever heard of the Spaghetti House in Kutztown? No, I don't know what that is. RCR Ontario when? Well, ask our Canadian fixer over there in the other room who's sleeping. He's sleeping with his laptop open? No, he's awake. Have Dan Bell review it. Okay, we didn't know this because we got so tired when we were at the DoubleTree in Lexington. And we got a jacuzzi here, but we're so tired that none of us are using it. I tried to take a dump here, but I didn't really eat anything today and nothing came out. Matt Carblog says, why are you not traveling with a bunch of spare parts? Well, we have a jack, and there's another Yugo team on this route. Also, his Yugo is, I mean, for a Yugo is in very good shape, but there's also the question of where do you get them? How much do you take, and what do you know what's going to break?
I have a few extra spare parts. The old carburetor, which worked, and I can get it running and have things going with us. I have some basic maintenance parts. The problem with half of it is the thing needs, I couldn't have actually brought along. Like, for example, the one big thing I need is a newer steering rack. It's fine, but it's starting to get a little bit worn, and I do need that. The one thing I do wish I had, though, was another caliper that I brought along. It's doing fine. It's just a poor mating surface, so it's not the best thing. I've had to crank it down really hard. So I'll get another caliper eventually, but it's working fine for now. I agree. I wish I had more parts to come along with it, but that's what makes it more exciting, right?
The other Yugo, they've had more problems than us, but as of now, I think they're in first place.
They're trying so hard.
Yeah.
They're great guys.
We are in current standing 20th place.
Are we?
We are not last.
Good.
The fact that we're in a Warsaw pack car bumped us ahead. So I don't know if we're probably below the 50th percentile, but fine.
Yeah.
The whole idea is to finish. And I think another car conked out. I think another car broke. I have to check it. Because someone said, oh no, this is the end, and then they said, here's our new rent. Then there's a picture, it's like their car, I forget which one it is, and then there's a picture of the Enterprise logo and a desk, and then there's a Chevy Silverado, like a base model Chevy pickup truck.
This thing is, I don't know.
Ricky Bobby would be proud.
There you go.
Buy a new Camry XSE, 310 horsepower.
I do like the XSE. But no, there's the whole point of it, though. I think it's the same for you. It's just fun. I'm terrible at winning anything, Frank. So I have to go for God's sake.
Mr. Regular, what's my favorite place in Philadelphia? The airport.
Oh, come on. Muir Museum.
I don't really go into Philly that often. Someone needs to show me around Philly because I'm generally scared of large cities. Spaghetti House is a show house in Kutztown, or at least it was. I don't know if they're still doing it. You mentioned interest in the student ratio. I mean, I know about Eck House, but I don't know what the Spaghetti House is. Look around in the dash. There might be a button for electronic lock. I don't know what that means. Unless they're talking about something else. Wherever the good cheesesteaks are. Oh, you don't go to Philly for a cheesesteak. Best cheesesteak I had was in Reading, Pennsylvania.
I'm not from Eastern PA. I have no idea about this cheesesteak argument.
Steak and cheese. This was our pizza that I didn't know was a chain.
I didn't know it was a chain either.
Sir Pizza. This is Ivan. You remember him before. We did a podcast once. He's helping us film. He's in bed. He's got the AirPods on. He's styling.
Oh, really? Nice.
Probably stealing your streaming batteries.
When it happens tomorrow,
No, the stream.
I'm gonna watch Discovery tomorrow night, so it's fine.
You're what?
I want to watch Discovery tomorrow night. I get it.
Star Trek.
Not much of a
Is
chain.
that what they get? More?
Some Zaza bra. This is sexy. This is a mirror. Thank you for watching this, by the way. That's something that no one uses. That's my coat. Loving the Pennsylvania love with Yingling something. No, this, the Thin Red Paste says, I'm hoping to be able to do the retreat for Moscow next year in my 1969 Skylark. I want to get an overdrive transmission before I even think of that trip yet.
63. It's quite good, really. Yeah. Like they're back to form because they had all that like awkward growing pains beforehand.
You know, the thing I'm seeing that most people need on this road trip is working windshield washer nozzles, because that's something this is the middle of winter in the eastern US and everything is just salt. All you're doing is clean your windshield all the time. We bought a little spray bottle so we could spray the windshield and clean it every time we stop somewhere. And the side mirrors, it's so cold. I mean, it's what, 3 degrees right here in Kentucky. It was wind chill of negative 22 today. So all you do is clean the windshield and everything. That Yugo is just blasted with salt. We have to clean it tomorrow. What else? Are there any questions? Am I ever going to Sturgis? People ask me that a lot. I don't know when I would schedule it or anything like that. I wonder how many like dads go there trying to capture their youth and like think that they can win their father's approval with a bar fight with some other equally greasy man. Yugo supercharger build. Are you going to do any more rallies this year? I don't know. The next step is RCR Toronto, which Ivan in the other room is going to help out with. Mr. Regular, what card do you want to review next? I'm still searching for a really super clean neon. Be great if I could find something like that. Yugo L. I'm going to get some power back into this. Lappy. There we go. Have you tried Captain Lawrence Grapefruit IPA? How about that? How about that? No, I have not. Be cool though. Andrew Ratu, thank you for your donation, sir. Would you ever go to Michigan, like the Woodward Dream Cruise? Dream Cruise. It is on my calendar for something to do. So I want to do it this year. We'll see if it happens. As of now, I don't have anything scheduled, and I think Mike Steinberg wanted to go, so we'll probably end up going. I think I really need to get to bed soon, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for everybody who's watching on Instagram for this trip. Thank you to Justin Los, the owner and operator of the Adidas Yugo. You'll be able to see more of it. Just follow the RCR Instagram channel. Thank you to Ivan the filmmaker in the other room who's watching. He says you're welcome. Who's watching Netflix right now. As Teddy Roosevelt said, drive safe and wear a big coat. I mean, I know what the well-worn phrase is. I wonder if there's an extra meaning behind that. Like, I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket. Give everybody 5 seconds of fame. Here's a challenge: review an International Harvester Scout. That's something Justin Kramer, who isn't on this rally, but he was hanging out like on the fringes. He's the previous owner of this. Have fun and stay warm. We will. Tomorrow we're going to some sort of auto museum at 3 p.m. in, like, the finish line is in Nashville tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think by 3 p.m. we need to be in Nashville at the Lane Auto Museum. So that's where the entire rally is going. I mean, I guess if you're in Nashville and you have off, You can go to the Lane Auto Museum, and the whole rally is going to be there at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So,
John Mulaney.
That's it. He's amazing.
that's it.
Yes.
The Lane.
I don't think he's one of the creators.
Hey, RCR, you're great. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you, Blue Birch Beer. You have a good night, guys. Okay. Thank you to everybody who watches Regular Car Views. Thank you to everybody who donates through Patreon. You're allowing us to do crazy stuff like this. And maybe even we'll make our own rally car next year. So, have a good night and stay warm, guys. Bye.